Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we're going to go through the best libraries for one of the best samplers in the world at the moment. One of my favorites, Kontakt from Native Instruments. This Kontakt player is a sampler which hosts the sounds of real instruments and synths alike. So the thing is, when we're learning production, we subconsciously are looking for live sounds, but we start using synthesizers to achieve live sounds, and we never understand what we're missing. It's because we're not using live instruments. So when you want a more organic sound, a more live sound, a more realistic sound, you want to look into samplers, which sample real instruments. Okay, so that's what Kontakt is all about. Now, I have the Komplete 10 Ultimate as per the year 2015. They probably updated it, but I have Komplete 10 Ultimate for the sound libraries and all the plugins, etc. for Kontakt. So that's where all these libraries are from. Now, Kontakt also supports third-party license. They license libraries from third-party companies. So what that means is other companies, I think, buy in or buy a license. I'm not sure the process of how they approve the library, but once approved, you can then import libraries made by other companies than Native Instruments. And they have really cool Kontakt libraries out there. Like, I discovered a company called Sound Iron, and they make really cool sounds. Or is it Sonic Couture? One of those companies. I think it's Sound Iron. I could be way off though, but they make really cool Kontakt libraries. So these are the companies you want to look at. Symphobia is another library a lot of people like. So there are more libraries than just the libraries from the complete bundle. So what I'm going to do is just pick one of my favorites, more than one maybe, from the complete bundle and just go over what I think about it and how to use it. So firstly, let's just run through some of the libraries I've imported. I may have a couple missing, but here are the libraries, and I'll just point my favorites out as we scroll down. So before in FL Studio, there's a weird like note cutoff thing with the pianos in certain libraries, like Alicia's Keys, for example. It kept cutting off when I would export the audio. To fix that, this is really for FL Studio users. You want to go to your VST wrapper settings, go to processing, and then click on where it says notify about rendering mode. So you won't get those audio cutoffs anymore when you export waves. And I know that can really hinder your beat selling process, because I remember my piano used to cut off and the beat would sound really messed up. So that's how you fix that problem. I know that's a little, microscopic for some people, but hopefully that helps somebody. So anyway, these libraries, so I had to revert to the Giant because Alicia's Keys was giving me that issue, but now it's fixed. But anyway, I used to really fall back on the Giant. It loads up super quick, and it also has, let me load this up. It also has very cool tone features. This is another thing you want to pay attention to, tone features. Piano has many different articulations. You can play it soft, you can play it hard, you can play it with the lid open, the lid closed. You can play it in a big room or, with a nice reverb on it. So there are a lot of different things involved in a piano. And one of the best features here is the tone knob. For example, if I turn this up, you get a nice harsh sound, a nice aggressive tone. Let me turn this down a bit. And sometimes in records, you're looking for that very aggressive hit. Okay, so you get the idea. Now, when you have it on soft, it plays a completely different harmonic structure, completely different timbre. So you get a completely different feel. And that's one of the knobs I really love about the Giant. So that's one of the best features from that piano library. And again, it loads up really quick. So if you don't feel like wasting, if you feel like just getting a quick piano idea out. So let's continue our journey through the libraries in Kontakt. So the Giant, again, one of the best features is that it loads up nice and quick, so you can get your piano ideas out really quickly. Let's scroll down. Action Strikes is great for the cinematic percussion. Great. I mean, it gives you that film score vibe immediately, and they have many different sub libraries inside of Action Strikes. I would highly suggest, if you're getting into film score and you want that big cinematic drum sound and percussion sound with the tom drums and different hits, you want to look into Action Strikes if that's the lane you're trying to get into. Session Horns Pro is great for so many different types of brass and articulations of the brass. Let me load it up real quick just to show you what I'm talking about. So in here you can do, crescendos, you can do different brass growls. There's all different types of brass. You can also do solo instruments, or you can do sections, and they have pre-made sections for you, which are all great, give you a different sound. And if you scroll down here, my favorite part is the articulation part, or tab. And here you can change the articulation based on velocity. So however hard you hit a key, it will trigger that specific articulation. So if you lower the threshold, you don't have to hit the key as hard to activate that effect. So you have that nice build-up sound, or you could do 4 beats. So you get that nice big sound. Now the library is still loading up, so it might sound a little rough, but that is one of my favorite features. And you can easily just switch between the articulations. You have rips. Okay, so that's great for making your horn section a lot cooler. Okay, then you have vibrato, you have so many different things. So it's really cool that you can do that through MIDI and not have to worry about the mess of recording live horns if you're not experienced or you don't have the means to bring in somebody who can actually play those different articulations. I think these are extremely accurate. In the Animator, I haven't used that much, but I'm sure that's a pretty cool so they probably have pre-built sequences of those articulations to give you nice little riffs. Now I think I used that once before, and there was so much to it, so I'm not going to get into everything about that library, but really cool library indeed. So let's scoot on to the next library. Now the factory library is also pretty wide in range, so you want to check that out for different instruments. Now Rise and Hit is great for really aggressive transitions. If you need a lot of energy in your transitions, like if you're making a big trap song, or if you're making a really aggressive or really big dance song, you want to look into Rise and Hit for really great transitions. Now I'm not going to go through all the sounds. You can see the demos on their website, because this is not a demo or a review. I'm just pointing out the libraries, which are really cool to me. Now Scarby pre-bass, all the Scarby basses are really good, especially if you're not good at playing bass guitar or you want that really live sound. These are really great because the articulations, again, when you play it on the keyboard, it sounds like you're playing it on guitar. So that's what makes those special. Not just the fact that they sound like good bass, it's when you play it, it sounds like you're playing it on a real guitar. So you can do a lot with those. We've used those in many different videos. Alicia's Keys, definitely my favorite piano library from the bundles, hands down, as they say. The vintage keys, I like these for the e-pianos. You can find the I like the Mark I and the A200 for that kind of R&B bluesy kind of e-piano sound. The organs are great for when you're trying to add that aggression or that kind of churchy sound. Really cool organs and the vintage organs. Session strings, I used to use it a lot. I still do kind of pick at it. So it's worth an honorable mention. And let's keep scrolling down. Now, I do appreciate all the drum libraries they have. Not my favorites, but I do appreciate them. I appreciate every library. And Cuba, again, one of my favorite rhythmic percussion libraries. So you're going to find your own favorites, libraries which inspire you in Kontakt. So let me know which libraries inspire you the most in a comment below. And maybe we'll dig into them and show you how to get the most out of the library. Because a lot of these libraries have hidden functions like key switches or different settings that you just might not know are available. So we'll look into that. Just let me know which library from Kontakt you love, even if it's not from the complete bundle. Okay, so thanks for watching today. It's busyworksbeats.com.